So we were expecting this designation to come. Now that it's here, what does it mean for the story and how it goes from here?
Exactly. So as you mentioned, this is something that we have definitely been expecting. Anthropic has been signaling really all throughout this conflict with the Pentagon that if the Pentagon were to designate it a supply chain risk, which it did, Anthropic would sue them basically. So kind of what this means for the story is that obviously now this will go to the courts and kind of be decided there. As my colleague Rocket reported this morning, and from all of our other, just other conversations as well, it does seem like this lawsuit will probably go in the way of Anthropic. Just specifically, just kind of boiling down to the fact that this supply chain risk designation is mostly meant for kind of foreign companies that are meant to, it's meant to prevent these companies from spying, from doing kind of outright sabotage. So these are kind of very extreme measures that you wouldn't really expect to be placed on a domestic, like, US-based company like Anthropic. Um, so it seems like right now, obviously, things are very early, but a lot of lawyers that we spoke to do think that Anthropic is likely to kind of win this suit.
And, the thing that I'm sort of thinking about is how long this takes to play out. And I'm thinking about the IPO timelines that we have for OpenAI and Anthropic. And look, I don't think it's going to resolve itself very quickly. We know that that things in the courts move slowly, but it does kind of cast a bit of a cloud on these IPOs happening at all later this year potentially, and what it says about the narrative here.
Yeah, I think this whole saga has really introduced a lot of uncertainty into Anthropic's IPO plans, which we've said, both Anthropic and OpenAI are really gearing up to be IPO ready, potentially could go public as soon as later this year. So it definitely is something that investors have been very concerned about. Has raised a lot of questions. We've actually even seen some of Anthropic's investors get directly involved with talking with the Pentagon and trying to work things out. So it definitely seems like for Anthropic, it's in its investors' interest to settle things as quickly as possible. But obviously courts do take a bit of a time, so we'll have to see kind of how long that process takes.